Step 4 is negotiating and making sure everything we agree is sustainable for both parties. First up is rent. The rental figure must be to the average market value throughout the lease. It must be a fair rental amount for the business taking on the property, but also for the vendor. Second up is your deposit. Aim to negotiate zero deposit down. Alternatively, you do have what's called a zero deposit scheme, which you can potentially pay into, given the vendor will allow this. This scheme normally allows you to pay a week's rent as a one-off payment instead of the average, which is a month's full deposit. You need to take into consideration you won't gain the fee back you pay into the zero deposit scheme, but you should gain all funds back by paying a regular deposit to a landlord. All deposits paid directly to a landlord must now be kept in a secure deposit scheme by law. Third is the property's furniture. Do you actually need everything in that property before you start your serviced accommodation business? There may be additional beds, tables, seats, etc. that you may want to be removed. Just ask your vendor if they can remove. If not, you may need to self-store this furniture for the whole lease period, creating additional fees for your business. On the other hand, you may ask for some additional furniture from the vendor. For example, new beds, televisions, or even a coffee machine. It's always worth asking. Last but certainly not least is your contract. Be clear about the contract length needed. The average is 3 to 5 years. Is a break clause included for both parties? Average break clause is 1 year and could protect yourself and the vendor. A break clause is a clause within a contract that allows for early termination of a contract before the default end date. A top tip is to check the contract states short-term lets are viable within the terms.